But yeah, I like the whole Cosby thing, like what we were talking about. It's hard for me, not always hard for me, because like Hunter S. Thompson, a druggie and everything, like, and there were parts of his life that weren't great either.
Yeah.
You could separate the art. For some reason, it is hard for me to separate Cosby from that. Like I can separate other comedians, artists, white, black, native,
Yeah.
that are shitheads, did terrible things. Like Richard Pryor, wasn't the greatest to his wife.
No.
But like, I don't know, something like that where you drug someone and take advantage of them. Okay, so just to get into this a little bit, did I tell you the story that my mom told me? She was supposed to fly on a private plane to go hang out with Bill Cosby.
No, that's
back in the day.
actually,
Whoa.
yeah, that's
Yep.
news.
Yeah. So her and her friend were supposed to go, and it ended up getting more or less canceled. They just didn't go. Instead, what my mom told me was, so my mom was me when I was in like high school at 21. Yeah, we got kind of blacked out and did some lewds. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow. Yeah.
And it just like, finding out that, or what was it? I asked her, I'm like, did you ever do cocaine? She's like, there was cocaine everywhere, but no, I never did it. Mind you, my mom lived in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Her whole life until she moved to Michigan when I was born, a little bit after, I think when my younger brother was born. But she's just telling me about like all the drugs that were there. She's always doing lewds and drinking and whatnot. Come to find out, my mom's like the Hunter S. Thompson of women. She's just doing drugs all the time. So, no, my mom's pretty cool. But yeah, she almost had an opportunity. She almost went to Mr. Cosby's, allegedly. This is what she told me. I don't know if it's true. But you meet a lot of people in Vegas. And then also the Red Fox. I told you guys about that.
Yeah, you tell
My
us
mom
about
was
that.
Red Fox's favorite Keno dealer
Yeah.
at the Frontier Hotel and Casino.
Yeah. So anyway, role models. So Charles Barkley said, I am not a role model.
There you go,
So,
Charles.
Charles Barkley, Sir Charles Barkley,
Yes.
was a phenomenal basketball player. And I remember when that book came out, and how people was giving him shit for saying that. But was he not wrong in saying that? Should we post up, or should we hold up people who hold themselves accountable? Like, do you think as a basketball player saying something like that should be, glorified? Like, hey man, I told you what I was. I told you what I'm not. So, I
don't think anyone should be glorified. Role models are role models, I guess, in a sense. But when we like put these people up on a pedestal,
that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, it becomes dangerous. And it, like the whole thing with taking what I said, like regular people challenging it, like going, or what's the word I'm looking for? Going against the grain, getting through adversity on all levels and whatnot. That's kind of what I look at. Like the dude that goes to work every day, that is probably hates his life and is depressed, but loves his kids.
Yeah.
Loves his wife, takes care of his shit, and is a great person or a outstanding member of society. Those are the people we have to hold up, but it's like it's a group. It's not one person.
Yeah, you can't. But the thing is I don't think if you're going to do that, then don't idolize anyone. Because when you're idolizing everyone, then no one is being idolized. So
After school special podcasts, we don't idolize role models.
There you go. I just think that my dad once said to me, because I was like, I want to be like you when I grow up. And my dad looked at me straight in the eye and he said, you know what? I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. Like, that summed it up for me. I've always remembered that. Like,
hell yeah.
I would always say, hey man, I want to be just like you, because my dad was everything to me, and my dad was like, nope, don't be like me, be better than me. And I'm still trying to do that with my son. He had 2 boys. It was me and my brother.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do the best I can with my son. So, and I still fall short of that because I want my son to be better than me, as far as how I carry certain things. But I do feel that with role models, you have to be mindful of what you are allowing yourself to intake. Entertainers, fuck them, man. Like at the end of the day, fuck them. Who needs them? Like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Is there a movie between both of you guys where it's like, this character in this film is who I aspire to be? This is the shit.
Oh fuck, man.
Like, this is my manhood. If I can just be half of this character, I'll be okay.
You know what? I would say Mr. Tibbs in Heat of the Night.
Oh, really?
We talked about.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I think Sidney Poitier represented a part of. Now, I will say this. Sidney Poitier represented a part of Hollywood that a lot of people didn't get to see, like classic Black Hollywood, like just very stood upright, carried himself a certain kind of way, didn't go with the crowd, even though him and Cosby were close. I don't know how close, but I do feel that Sidney is someone that I would aspire to be like.
That character in general?
Yeah. Mr. Tibbs was somebody didn't take. Dude was in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch slapped a white guy. Like, it's Mr. Tibbs. He bitch slapped it. Like that was a very powerful moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that I would slap somebody, but just having that air of confidence of who you are and knowing whose you are, and just being able to say, hey, you're not going to talk to me like that. You're just not going to do that. I've earned what I've earned, and I don't care what you think I am, but you ain't going to talk to me like that. So,
I would say, and that's a good one, John. I would say Will Ferrell in The Wedding Crashers. I've always had an affinity for that character.
Did you really?
No.
I'm going to see Sonic next week. So I'm going to go
Jim
to
Carrey, man.
Yeah, you know what, man? Like, this is Jim Carrey in a renaissance right now. Is he hitting his renaissance years with
Well, he
characters?
just retired.
He just said
did
yeah,
he?
he said he's not doing it anymore. Yeah, unless a film comes around, a script comes around that really speaks to him, he's done. That's what he said.
So
he's got this TV show on Showtime that's excellent. I hope.
What's the name of it?
You would think I would know it. Oh my god!
It's not comedians, right? He had comedians on.
Oh, it's great. He plays basically a loose version of Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Amazing.
Is that still on? Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think it's on anymore.
2 seasons, and they acted like they were going through 3. But now that he said he might be retiring, I'm like,
I didn't know he was retiring. Damn, that's news to me.
He said I might be done. That's what he said. I might be done. He commented on the Will Smith shit, and he said some things, and then after that, I saw that he said he's done. I'm like, oh, man. But yeah, he said I would have sued.
Yeah, he said for 200 million.
I'm like, oh god.
But you know what, man, he's older, dude. He's an older,
and he's a comedian.
And it was a lot of whataboutisms. Like, oh, if Betty White would have said that would have caused trauma if he would have slapped her, or if it was Bob Saget. I was like, wait a minute, now hold on.
I know
it wasn't them, and here we are talking about it again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fuck it, man.
But Jim Carrey was a role model for me. I like
Jim Carrey. I did. Right. I his backstory was great. Troubling. He grew up and he was almost homeless. Was found by the Wayans in Living Color, and from there he excelled. So
probably where we can end it. Kill your heroes, kill your role models, don't have them. And
What a
that's more or
happy
less
episode. Oh.
whatever. Yeah, we not, they're not always going to be happy. This one is, a little more fucked up because whenever we talk about Hollywood, I just go to the, the fucking, oh, well, shit. Like, there's more information coming out about fucking political sex parties.
Oh yeah, but that's with
more on that.
Hawthorne for the Republican Party. I thought that was interesting that he said that the way he did.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not just that. It's also what is it? Fucking John Legend's wife that really hasn't done anything other than tweet. I can't remember
What's her name? Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen, but she's kind of in exile after she bullied some people. So I don't take Twitter for real. You just can't.
No, this was an interview.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
take any of it.
This was an interview, and she brought it up. She even said like, the weirdest place they've ever done it. Oh, that Obama thing. I think is what she said. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. And I'm like, wow, everyone's into sex parties. That's Democrat or Republican, any party.
But does that surprise anybody though?
No,
it doesn't surprise me. I mean,
the whole thing. Okay, so this is real quick, and then we'll end. Talking about role models. People look at Ted Cruz as a role model. Whoever sick sadistic fucking people.
Taylor,
they
you
are.
Motherfucker, you.
John Goodman, Roseanne. He was.
Yes, John Goodman, another blue collar dad.
Love
yes, yeah.
Rock from Rock.
Rock was good. Yeah. Rock was.
Aaron
good.
will never let you leave.
No, I was trying. Well, I was just saying, like, people look up to Ted Cruz and whatnot, and the people that harangue. Yeah, exactly. But there are people out there. Those people that harangue, or are bigots against, certain rights for gay people or whatnot, are usually the ones that are doing it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
people.
You're not wrong.
Think of that.
Not wrong. Yeah,
that
you're
fucking,
not wrong. We studied that in psychology at Wayne State, where they said majority of people who are like abhorrent against a certain thing most likely have something to do with it.
If a bag of shit was a human, it would be Ted Cruz. A bag of shit with titties, it would be Ted Cruz.
Cruz is a coward, dude. Like, I'm gonna tell you this. Like, I don't like the guy, but if you're talking about my wife, like on live television, and I don't have the spine to be like, hey, you need to back the fuck off, then I should not be in public speaking arenas, period.
Wait a minute now. Explain that, because you had an instance last week where a guy did the extreme opposite.
He's a comedian.
No, but he's a comedian. We're talking about in a political arena with two people debating, and you're doing ad hominem. You're attacking the person rather than the subject matter. And that's
Some
bullshit.
argue politicians are comedians.
No, they're not fucking funny.
No. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
They're
They're just bad
things.
comedians.
Yeah, it's two different things. But Ted Cruz was a coward for that, and he should be reminded of that every time he's been seen. Like, anytime he looks in his wife's face, he should be reminded of the fact that I never defended you when I should have. And this is coming as somebody who's supposed to be God-fearing. You're supposed to defend your family. You didn't do it. You kowtowed to.
He's a coward on multiple occasions for multiple
100%.
different things.
Yep.
The guy is like literally, if a boil on an ass was a person, is Ted Cruz.
Yeah. If that boil had a boil, it would be Ted Cruz.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if a micro penis on a morbidly obese person's fupa, that's Ted Cruz.
Yeah, man, he's a
chinless cuck.
Yeah, I don't ever want to hear from him, dude. And the fact that he's still in office lets me know that
some people look up to him. That's the thing. It's like role models. Everyone has
just like he may be a micro penis, but damn it, he represents what I believe in.
And then you got that tan, chubby, McDonald's eating fat bastard that people pray to.
That dude said your dad was a part that. The dude said your dad was responsible for Kennedy's death, and you didn't say anything. You know what I mean? Like, you just was like, oh, well, let me take it. I just don't understand that, man. I don't understand just taking shit just for the sake of party. I don't. And I don't know, man. That's why I'm independent. That's why I'm just like, fuck.
He is
fuck
literally
this.
the human version of wiping back to what is it?
Front to back?
Front to back. No, back to front. Isn't it back to front? Yeah.
Yeah. That's gross. Yeah, it's.
But all right, that's been After School Special Podcast. We talked role models, Ted Cruz being a fucking, I don't know, gonorrhea on a fucking penis.
Oh shit.
He's just, we can all agree, you know, whether or not you like, you know, your role models or don't want a role model, kill your role models, all that stuff. Ted Cruz is just fucking shit.
If you're listening to us and you support Ted Cruz, then you're listening to the wrong fucking channel, because it's just like, we don't cater to any particular politics, but dude, you're in the wrong fucking wheelhouse if you think like, well, how can I like this show and like Ted Cruz at the same time? You can't.
Ted Cruz is erectile dysfunction as a person.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is.
All right. Well, have a good one, guys. We'll talk to you next time.